Okay. Am I live? How do I share this? Stream settings. I go on my own channel. Okay, it says live now. Alright, maybe I can just share this link. Link on my actual stream. Alright. Wrong keyboard. Mix. It's alright, like, I've been at this for like an hour. It's like past midnight. Alright, mix. Come by and I cannot type on this game. Fucking God. What the fuck? That's not the... Come on, YouTube. Just give me a link to my goddamn stream. Alright, watch. Can I just copy and paste that? Fucking complicated, man. There we go. There we go. Alright. I can unblack this screen, I think. Oh, I gotta do an add everyone. Alright. I'm gonna have to adjust my gate. It's set up pretty high. All right. Of course, there's a garage. Now my family's home, so this stream might need to be cut real short. There's the garage door. So let me turn off or turn on. There we go. Display capture. Hey, there we go. Gotta do some shit with Reaper. I'm used to mixing in 2 monitors. How do I get this back? How do I get this back into... so... I hate hearing just my voice on here. I want to hear the damn music. How do I get this? I'm so tired and I'm a little buzzed. Shouldn't drink beer when you're sick or feeling sick, but sure makes me feel better. And there's the goddamn garage door. How do I put the mixer back in? Goddamn, that is annoying. Why is my family getting home so late? View. Track manager. I don't need that. Ready matrix. Track wiring. Track. And the mixer group. Dock, mixer, and docker. Okay, yeah, there it is. I have contact on. I don't know why I have all like 64 channels set up, but oh, this channel. That's right. I know what that is. Actually, I'm just gonna remove this. That's I bounce it to, of course. Check, 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 check. Check, check. Check, check. All right, I got a feeling my compressor just died. Am I still getting? There's some. Yeah, I think my compressor just died. I thought a preamp just blew, so I switched to a different channel. Boost the volume there. Whatever, I don't need a fucking hardware compressor. Alright. Well, this stream sucks. Alright. How fun is this going to be to mess with one window? I really don't need... We don't need to see the effects there. I do want this taller, though. 9. Alright, I got a lot to... Wow, that compressor added a lot of color. It did normalize. It worked really well. I don't know what the fuck happened. If I just blew the fucking thing or what? I'm going to switch to channel 2 next stream and see if the thing is still working. Oh, man. It's fucking setting up streams. I should have just did. I should have stayed on Twitch. Alright. Let's see what's going on. The situation here. This is all programmed with VST instruments because I am not good enough to do it. This is a cover of the Trainer Battle in the red, blue, yellow series. Move my fucking camera. Looks a little better. Man, Streamlabs OBS, I'm done with. I'm not done with Streamlabs, but I'm done with Streamlabs OBS. It's great for a 2 PC setup, but for one PC, it's just too cumbersome. What's going on here? This is oh, I think I have oversampling maxed out on everything. Get my TSE X50. I don't think that plugin's been updated in a long time. All right. two things right off the bat. The drums are fucking buried in the mix. I think I wanted to take off Polar Designer. This is neat, but it's supposed to be used with a specific microphone. Or I guess an impulse response that uses that microphone. Austrian Audio. Causes a lot of latency. It can make your mixes sound cool, but I don't know how to set it to stereo because I'd love to put it on the... Oh, I don't have a guitar bus because I'm using... It really brings out the frequencies in a guitar that your ears are sensitive to. Kind of like playing through a tube amp versus a solid state. The tube amp just seems way louder, even though I don't think it actually is. The guitar seems a lot quieter. Bring that bass down. Oh, it is making it louder because the compressor's hitting it. Sounds so much better. Guitars seem a little more buried in the mix now. The bass sounded weird. Turn the slow portion. I still have a ton of tasks left to do on this song. I still got to do the track humanizing, which I've already done with the drums. I think the drums are about done. It's not. Yeah, they're way off the freaking grid. All coming late for compressor reasons. A lot of these placed by hands, and then you use the wrong keyboard. Humanize notes. Don't quite have the options that you do with like Cubase. The more I see Cubase, the more I see it's like, wow, that's good for programming. I thought FL Studio would be pitching for Cubase, but I like the piano roll in that less than I do in Reaper, which I really, really like. I still got to humanize. Did I humanize this already? Maybe I did it for the bass already and I don't remember. What's my grid? This all looks off grid. Or is off grid. What the fuck? Check on the... Now the guitar's on grid. I think. Except for the key switches. It's all Impact Soundwork instruments. When I get the money, I'm gonna change to a different drum sampler, but this is all shreddage stuff. The fuck is up with my bass? It's all early on the grid, but I don't remember randomizing. It looks really consistent. I might have fucked something up by doing like select all or something. Anyways, let's... sounds off time. What the fuck? Oh. Yeah, that'll do it. So wait, what the fuck was going on? Alright. No, I think it should be on grid. Yeah. I mean, there's no way I randomize that. Yeah, the bass tone shifts dramatically. I guess because of the articulations I'm using. This is far up contact. Get some value out of this video. This is Impact Soundworks Abyss. Library, is it right here? I want to like this instrument, but I'm having a really hard time programming this virtual instrument. I'm having a much easier time with their guitars. I'm finding their basses. I play a 6-string bass, and I'm either frustrated with what frets it's picking, or I'm gonna actually learn this song on bass. I need to get a lot better. So lots and lots of low, and I have on my bus here, I think I have a lot of compression. I got a ratio of 3. Yeah, it's not a lot. I really, really like Analog Obsession. All the Keller, all his stuff adds. I have a paid version of a Pultec clone, but Analog Obsession has a really good one for that I love on the kick drum and the bass guitar. That's my bus. Alright, so where they have this set up, the clean, real aggressive low pass filter. Then I have a distorted channel that I don't believe has a filter. Seems like my plugins are weird. I haven't looked at this in a while. I got kind of burnt out working on this song. I don't have any real crazy EQ going on here. I gotta watch the okay, I see what's going on. When it so the two articulations that are going on here, when it's the real soft, it's a fingered bass, so it's doing like real soft picking, which pulling straight across, which gives it that real deep sound. So the clean channel's getting real loud. Go back a few measures. Solo it up. See the clean bass is louder. And when it gets real clanky, the clean channel gets quieter. I don't know if I really like that bass sound. This is a, these are saved effects change that I put together when I mixed my Ibanez BTB. It's an old basswood, like a Kano model. It's not one of the BTBs are like their boutique line now. I have the old cheap, relatively cheap. It was like a $700 bass. But oh shit, I mixed it with old dull strings. I just got after waiting like a month, I just got some Calium strings. And I need to start recording with that. I'm just waiting on a new cable that's been delayed several days on fucking Amazon Prime, and I think I'm gonna replace my fucking 15-year-old interface. I forget which one I'm looking at. I was gonna try and get a cheap one, but I think I'm gonna spend some money. It's just an awkward VST instruments to use. I find the shredded guitars are great, very easy to use. The bass is just awkward. And I think it's because it's a fingered instrument too. It should have way more like randomization in its articulations. You just, at least I feel like in heavy metal, you're just not going to get those consistent articulations like you can with a pick. The timing is perfect. I haven't humanized it. How hard are these picks? There we go. These are real soft here, and then I go hard. There's also a staccato articulation I can switch on, which sounds really good sometimes. Very, very, very clacky. If you're going for that Steve Harris sound, which I do like. I don't know what kind of strings are on them. I'm pretty sure they're round wound strings on the sampler. They did use flat wounds on the latest shreddage bass, Precision, which is a 5-string Precision. I want that high C string though, because I. Is that a pop? What's the velocity on that? Oh, that's a pop. I'll try to fuck with the pops a little bit. I'll pull up the I changed the pop time. I feel like the default pop time is like really slow. And there's no pops on the C string. And it goes up to the G. The bassist is not going to pop the C string. What? They got a really good session musician to record the samples, but I don't think he was a slap guy. Why would you not pop the C string? Why have a 6 at that point? All right, so I see what's going on. I have I'm using the pop articulation. So it kind of sounds like it's slapped, but it's not. So what I could do is the staccato. I could flip the key switch for the staccato articulation, which I think I'm going to actually do. I just don't remember which key switch it is. Okay, it's C sharp 0. Pull up Discord real quick. Put that on the second monitor. Sorry, I lost my chart. C sharp 0. So we can go down here. This is gonna be annoying. The key switches are a pain, but kind of worth using. I like to set like my default key switch. Like I don't think I've used this key switch any other point. No, I didn't use any staccato articulations. All right. So we want the staccato articulation on that. I'm getting a lot of noise. Sorry about that. That is on the A. I'm going to switch back to regular. I don't know. Let's see how it sounds with all staccato. Go back and measure. We need to go back. It's a very different articulation. I don't know if that's what it needs. Try with the I think it needs to be like a 16th note for that to work. I don't know. Also, I don't know why I'm getting like +1 now. Why am I peaking? Pay attention. I mean, one thing I do like about this VST instrument, it does have pretty good low end. That's one of the things I noticed when I recorded my BTB is like the low end is not really there. I don't know if it was a problem of dull strings. I still haven't recorded it since I got my Calliums. It's real fucking noisy. That's why I'm ordering a new cable. I want to get a new interface to cut down on that noise. I'm tempted to turn the Polar Designer back on and see if I can just turn down the faders. Yo, Mastini, what's good, man? How you doing? I mean, yeah, I'm hoping you hear the song or any audio whatsoever. How you doing, man? Setting up this stream has been a complete fucking disaster. I think my hardware compressor just died. Um, and Streamlabs OBS is kind of a. Oh, this is Reaper. I got a Reaper license. I don't know if you can see that in the corner. Yes, a lot of the stuff I wanted that FL Studio just implemented that I wanted it to do, Reaper has been doing for years, so I was just kind of like, not gonna. Oh, and I learned why Reaper is so cheap. Need a hardware compressor gate. Yeah, I'm gonna try channel 2. I don't know why it stopped working. Maybe I just blew the first channel. It's a stereo. But why do you need a hardware compressor? Can't you do... Like, are you screaming into the mic like I am? The software should do it for you. Why? Because it's the devs that sold Winamp for like a ton of money, and the entire point of Reaper was to be a full-blown DAW without bloatware and to be affordable. You hate software? I fucking love software compressors, but I'm using like VST plugins and shit. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of like videos of like producers and stuff who switched from like $1,500 DAWs over to Reaper. Like, listen to a bunch of producers where like the cost of the DAW is not an object, you know what I mean? And they're still using Reaper, like Hop Hole Studios, and then like it's like Spectre Sound Studios or something like that. Those are the guys that convinced me to actually buy Reaper. That, and I hated the fucking GUI of FL Studio. It is just atrocious to look at, whereas I really like the look of Reaper. I don't like it as much as Cubase, but Cubase has hardware DRM, and that's kind of a turnoff. Reaper has no DRM whatsoever. What VST compressor and noise gate do you recommend? I'm using a bunch of stuff. It depends on... Reaper comes with a really good VST effects plugin suite that's for free. You can download it for any DAW. Let me see if I can find it's like RIA plugin or something like that. They have a really good... I'm mostly using this Analog Obsession Buster, but it's emulating like a tube compressor. I don't know. GUI. Yeah, they have. It's like RIA comp. I don't think I'm using it on this build, on this song. I'm mostly using their EQ and T-Rack. Do I use it on the master? Nah, I don't. Yeah, there's a couple I like. I can show you real quick. There's the RIA comp. Let me go under Dynamics. Yeah, there's the RIA comp, which is fantastic. And then if you want a really good de-esser, the RIA X comp, where you can attenuate certain frequencies. Like you set up like a 4 or 5. Male de-esser, which is pretty dope. Don't know how to use Reaper? Oh, dude, I can send you a tutorial series that's fantastic. Or you can just look up Hop Pole Studios Reaper tutorial. It's really fucking good. That's how I learned. I know routing inside and out now in Reaper. Remember, I was like so intimidated by it. I, I, for this song, I manually routed Contact. Not even kidding. Yeah, yeah, no problem, man. But I'm using a bunch of different compressors. I love Analog Obsession. They're all free. Analog Obsession. I like his Buster a lot, which adds a little bit of color. A lot of time I'm using compressors because I like the color they add. Like I use this Lala on my piano VST. It's weird and archaic looking, but that's the point. What else am I using a lot? I think Colin. I think I use this one a little bit. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to use it. Sometimes I just add plugins just because they add color. Literally no. Like this one right here, the Puke Tech. This is a Pultec style EQ compressor. It's called the Line Track Warmer. Just adds a little bit of color. Yeah, I actually have an interview on Monday for a full-time position. I'm gonna ask the guy straight up, tell him I'm gunning for management if they actually promote from within. The last retail gig I got was actually a company that promoted people because they were so desperate for managers, they got them anywhere they could. Oh yeah, there's another one under mastering. This one's a little complex, but this Tokyo Down, the freeware version of their compressor, it's kind of complicated. Um, but that might be a good idea. They have a vocal bus. It's meant to be like a master or a bus compressor. Gold idea, yeah. I was using this on my master, but I switched over to the Buster. I don't know why. I guess it's simple. Yeah, we need to talk. Yeah, I've been wanting to talk to you about a few different things. I did talk to Tony a few days ago about the apartment, but it was only for like 5 minutes. Um, that's a that's a complicated thing. Don't need to get into that. But how's the stream looking, man? This was kind of a clusterfuck to set up in OBS. You got to get in order to log in and like automate the system. You have to have a Prime membership or whatever. You got to input the stream key and all that the old-fashioned way, and then I think the chat is still Twitch only. I got to switch back to regular OBS for YouTube, I guess. Was this actually bypassed? I don't think so. Okay, when it's green, it's good. That's weird. You don't. Yeah, I'm using the chat on YouTube, obviously. The I do gotta say with YouTube, the like the data screen and all that has really improved. Twitch just had too much shit on there. I know you can turn a lot of stuff off, which I did, but YouTube doesn't even like let you put too much information on there. Oh, you can use chat on YouTube with Streamlabs. Yeah, I just haven't messed with it. I spent like an hour setting this up, and then I had hardware problems. I got to show you. I'm looking to get a two-channel interface. I got to show you the ones I'm looking at. I was gonna get something like cheap under $200, but now I'm looking at like the $300 range to get really nice preamps, and I want to get the noise floor as low as possible. I'm looking at like more expensive cables and stuff. I'm gonna start recording real instruments again. I'm getting them all like restored. I got new strings on my bass. Twitch really tanking. I don't even care about the host anymore. I'm not loyal. I don't know. I don't owe Twitch anything. Twitch doesn't owe me anything. I just don't fucking care. I do have some problems with YouTube, which I pointed out in my. I'm gonna do more unlisted videos because those are fun. I like being able to turn the filter off because I'm not that big of an asshole with a lot of dumb shit to say. Oh, I gotta get a shock mount at some point. I don't say anything that awful. There's just some things you can't say on YouTube. So what are we doing? Oh, I'm doing the final mastering of this cover song I did, and I'm doing the final programming for the VST instruments. I think I'm done with the drums. I mean, I don't know if you're familiar with Contact. I think I've just learned how to use it. So I've got 3 virtual instruments. I got the drum. God, that's a lot of lag. Yeah, watch your videos. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I had another beer earlier. Oh, I had like 3 or 4 last night. Oh, yeah, my first beer video. Don't know much of anything. Yeah, well, dude, I've been at this a long time, but I'm still learning so much, especially like Contact. Dude, back when I started this shit, we didn't have all these fucking YouTube tutorials. That shit just didn't exist. YouTube didn't exist. I don't think. Maybe it was just starting in 2005, but we didn't have all the fucking tutorial videos. But anyways, yeah, I got 4 instruments set up. Here's the drums. I got the bass, which I kind of don't like, but it's a 6-string bass and it works. And then I have this 8-string guitar, which is, I think I'm only using 5 of the strings. So I got two guitars panned. I'm kind of emulating the yellow version of this song, so I have all the instruments like hard panned. This is the right channel guitar, which I think is the. Do you know the 3? Like if we're talking like orchestral music, you have like the tenor, the soprano, and then what else? Like the soprano is the high, but I think is my left guitar. I think my left guitar is my soprano. And I think tenor is like bass. Okay, so this is like my mid-tone. I have it doubled. Yeah, I've been learning keyboard. I have not looked at the YouTube channel you sent me, but I found a book that has like a video, like an unlisted video course built into it. This really good book. I actually have my keyboard hooked up right now. It's set up as a VST controller. I got a really good piano, but I've been learning on a 66 key keyboard. And I can use both hands. I just gotta practice, man. I play like 4 different instruments, and now I'm trying to relearn singing. I really do want to learn the keyboard. Yeah, I got 4 instruments. Don't remember. I gotta get a nicer keyboard at some point. I don't have the fucking money. So I got these 4 instruments set up. I mean, I know you have not played like have put the 1,000 hours I have into Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, but I've heard this. This is the trainer battle theme, like the generic trainer battle theme. I actually extracted the actual MIDI programming from the actual assembly code using I don't know if you've ever seen the deconstructed assembly code. I used a program called Pokamid that converted the assembly code into MIDI. Oh shit, I gotta check that out. 81 keys. They waited? I think I've seen that. It looks like M Audio, but I'm not entirely sure. I have a fucking cheapo Casio I stole from my guitarist. I think I have the mix about as good as it's going to get. So the last thing I want to do is like what I've done on the drums here. And I know this UI is not as nice as Cubase, and it's probably a little small and like a phone screen. But the last thing I need to do is like humanize the instruments. Oh, what the fuck? These aren't all humanized. Because everything's like perfectly timed right now. And I need to go back and fuck all of that up, which I don't think I've done on the opening riffs. No, I don't think I have. So all the drums are all like off grid. They're coming in late. And I want the bass and guitars to come in early. This isn't all humanized. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, this is all one track. Okay. I think the blast beat section is a little too precise. I'm not great at drum programming at all yet. I was looking at the end of the song. Some of these sections look. This section looks perfectly aligned. Yeah, it is. What the fuck? All right, so I'm not done the drum programming. All right, so I can show you what I mean here when I talk about humanizing. Sorry for the rapid zooming in and out. All right, so these are all perfectly timed. This riff section here is right after the soft part of the song, which I programmed and reprogrammed so many times. So there's a number of reasons why I wanted to come in late, mainly because of the compressor. I don't want the guitar, bass, and drums all coming down on the same note because then it just over compresses. Yeah, humanize. So I'm gonna highlight all this shit. Push my H key, and I think the drums. I think in the actual on the actual VST instrument, I can humanize the velocity and timing, but I can't tell it to be late. So timing bias, I want it to be 100% late. Yeah, I think I'd rather manually change the velocities. I don't like that at all. Timing, I have no idea what good timing is. but it is kind of aggressive, and this is a metal song, and I'm more of a thrashy kind of guy. I've seen people program djent, like famous musicians program djent, and they leave the timing like perfect. I don't know why. I guess because they all want to idolize Thomas Hackey and they want to be human metronomes, which some drummers are. All right, so I'm just gonna do that. I probably should have picked a different seed, and then I'm gonna manually move over everything that's not quite coming in late enough for me. It's a little time consuming, but this is like a minute and 30-second song. Because this song loops in the game, so I didn't feel like doing the loop. Quantizing, I believe, is when you snap it to the grid. Because there is a quantizing option. I'll select some stuff. Yeah, quantizing, I believe, is when you snap it to the grid. Yeah, here's quantizing right here. Yep, snap it to the grid. That's quantizing. But yeah, humanizing is just making the play sloppier. And I find with this lately, I can make the timing super sloppy and it sounds fine. I guess because I listen to so much 80s thrash metal. This drum kit's not too bad. I got it on sale pretty cheap, but for $70, there's better options. I'm going to look into get good drums when I have like $100 to spare, which is not going to be for a while because I want to get a new. I just ordered an $80 guitar stand that holds 5 guitars. So I just ordered a $30 cable. I need to order several more $30 cables. And then I'm looking at like a $300 audio interface. I'll have to show you that. Way more than like probably what you would need for like streaming and stuff. Because I was looking at options for like 160 and a lot of complaints about the noise floor, which is when you're recording um, to like heavy distortion amp sims, the noise floor has got to be absolutely minimal because it gets blown up by the distortion, the squealing guitars. All right, so that's done. Yeah, in a way, it's the opposite of quantizing. There's a little more to it because I'm trying to be specific. Also, changing velocities too. It gets trickier with the guitar and bass. I've already gone through and changed my velocities. Now, on this virtual instruments, I get different samples at different velocities. Like I get a different like picking sound. Like you see, I got different because guitars is not unless they have like really solid tremolo. Unless they're specifically tremolo picking, there's going to be inconsistencies in the picking. Like usually your upstroke is going to sound different from your downstroke. I recently watched a video with Dino Cazares. One of my absolute favorite. I absolutely love Dino Cazares. He's this big fat Mexican fuck, but I love the guy. What do you mean by all the different? I just bought a new VST guitar, but I bought it because I had a couple of coupons and it was on sale, and I wanted to kind of figure out whether or not I wanted an 8-string guitar, and I kind of concluded I just want to play the instruments I have now. But anyways, I already went through and changed all the velocity so I get different picking sounds. Like you're down, whenever you're doing like a heavy chugging, you have like a heavy down pick. And then my up pick's going to be a little lighter. Let me kind of play this. Let me solo this instrument. Let me solo my soprano. I think I had the wrong guitar. And I am at that is not the riff I wanted. All right, here we go. That riff was interesting because those are the original velocity programmings. That was weird. No. I extracted the MIDI data from the actual machine code. I didn't write the program that did it, but that's basically what I did. See how the picking sounds different, the different velocities. Try to make like seem like I have like a heavy downstroke. The upstroke's usually at a different angle, so it just doesn't hit as hard, unless you're specifically tremolo picking. And then an experienced guitarist should be able to have a very, very consistent up pick, like it's consistent upstroke, if they are, that they have like real good right hand skill, which I think I do. My only strength as a guitarist is my fucking right hand. What do you mean? Like velocity data? You can have all kinds of shit in MIDI. If you look at the raw assembly code, there's not much there. It's like every song in Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow is like, I think they had a hard cap of 10 bytes. So there's really only a couple of riffs that loop at different points. They're all like polyphonic. It's pretty amazing how much song they packed into that little data. Yeah, up down stroke. You can kind of see it here. Other times I'm changing the velocity data just to get different articulations. When they're overlapping, those are hammer-ons and pull-offs, which this would probably be hammer-on and pull-offs here. Let me play this. I don't think I'm done actually programming this. There's also some pitch bends here and there. If I turn, there's pitch. I can see one coming up right here. But you kind of see that there's like, you can really hear the pick scrape the strings on this like orange note, and then on this green one, not so much. That kind of fades. It's a lighter picking. And then I have like a heavy down pick here. I'm gonna do a heavy one here too. As you're gonna pick faster, the faster you go, like the softer you're gonna play, just like a drummer. It's pitch bent. No, those are things I've added. I don't think I'm gonna have these. I also have a hammer on and pull off articulations with this instrument, but I don't think I'm gonna do them here. It's not that fast. Those are eighth notes. I usually hammer on and pull off, like you can see in the background here, the other guitar. You can see they're kind of overlapping because those are hammer on and pull off articulations. When you hammer on and pull off, you're lifting your fingers or hammering them onto the fret so you don't get the pick articulation. Because if you pick a bunch of notes like really, really fast, you get so much attack, you lose the sustain. But I think in these are eighth notes here, so I don't. Yeah, I think I kind of like the attack there, and it gets a little more percussive. You can hear that pitch bend there. You can hear the pinch harmonic articulation there. There's these key switches on the instruments. This is the standard sustain articulation. I think right up here is the pinch harmonic. I think that's just a regular harmonic. Do you have it set up to 128 step or 64 step? I'm sorry, what does that mean? I'm going to switch over to the other guitar. I can show you the... This mixing board is so fucking noisy. I'm going to be happy to fucking replace it. I shouldn't be saying this out loud, but I think I might sign up for a Sweetwater store card. I just started shopping with them, and they seem pretty nice. All right, so here you can see the hammer on and pull off articulations. The way it works with this instrument is you got to have the notes overlap a little bit, and then you have to have a velocity below 68, or I think it's below 69. So you can kind of hear. It's all chromatic. It's not as hard to play as it sounds. But it's kind of hard to tell because this is actually two guitars played in layers. But you can see like there's less attack for here. Those are really hard hammer-ons. This would have to be a very talented guitar. I did add some notes to the MIDI data, like these chords here. These are I don't know what the fuck you would call these. Root diminished. I don't know, diminished fifths. They're not power chords. They're very atonal because there's a lot of dissonance in this song. So I didn't want to put a power chord there. I use power chords in a few spots, but they don't seem appropriate at all. Even though the song uses a lot of fifths and the bass, a root fifth chord just doesn't sound right. Oh, note size. Oh, I'm using 1/16. I don't use 30-second notes at all. they're not rare in rock music, but in like really fast like thrash music, you would just you would just make the 16th notes faster. Like this is at what the fuck is this song at? I think this is like 191 BPM. Oh, here it is right here, 171.429. That's also in the MIDI data for the song. There's a couple of things the song has. There's a hard limit of 3 instruments, I think. That's why there's no bass in Lavender Town, because you had the dun 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 dun. That took up an instrument spot. I think there's actually 4, but one of them is in effects. I remember Lavender Town has like a phaser. There's like an effects on parts of the song. You can really hear the pick articulations here. Really love the way the fucking guitar sounds. I've been recording my real guitar a little bit, and it does sound better, but probably because I'm not great at programming this yet. I also added these notes. I added more atonal notes. I don't know what the fuck you would call these. Root minor second chords. A very metal thing. And then I added these bass notes down here with the bass. These are actually are these power chords? Let me check my key switches. No, they're not. It just sounded heavier. And that's just open. Yeah, it's just open E. The 8 string is tuned to drop E, but I'm not using the low strings. And then the song loops there. Yeah, I don't know a lot of music theory at all. There's one thing I would recommend, like, just if you learn anything, obviously you probably know the notes and all that. Learn the fucking intervals, because that will help you more than anything. They're very hard to learn. I'm still learning them. But they really, really fucking help. They do legit. I know all your basic scales. Like I've composed 2 songs in minor scale. I haven't composed anything in major, but it really helps. Like that's how I was able to figure out what chords to put there, because I'm like, well, what's atonal? Well, a minor second. A diminished fifth, I think. I think I'm saying that right. You like it drops a fifth by like a half step, I think. Yeah, because it's a perfect fifth, and I think you have a diminished fifth, which is like 1 semitone down. I mean, I don't know my music theory at all. I know enough to be dangerous. How about that? It's like me with computers. I know enough about computers to be dangerous. The problem with the humanizing is unfortunately it gets more complicated than with the drums. It's so easy to do with the drums. But with guitars, especially when it comes to like chords, you need like time to move between chords. But I think I kind of did here. These are the notes I added. These are the original notes from the actual assembly code. They're all perfectly timed. And then I added these like chords. Let me switch guitars. Where's that? Right here. These are octave chords, so I'm playing the root and then the octave, I think. Is that playing? Let me check the instrument real quick. What I really, 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 really like about these instruments, especially when like transcribing these songs, is it shows me where they are on the fretboard. And what I found with this instrument, I need to manually control the hand position sometimes, especially with the bass, because it's played like a guitar, and a guitarist and a bassist would have their hands in different positions. I think this is my left guitar. So you can see where it is on the frets. My issue with guitar 2 on the right guitar, it's playing, the guitarist plays a lot down on the low E string, which really fucks, it's a weird voicing. It doesn't cut through the mix very well. But I can see, I might have to increase the poly input latency. Let me, yeah, look at that. What the fuck? You can't play an octave like that. And it tells me the key switch. The song's looping. That's a weird voicing. Normally when you play an octave, you have a note here, skip a string, and then you go to the 3rd fret here. Yeah, it says it's playing the octave, but I don't fucking hear it. There's a couple reasons for that. Let me, they might not be close enough to each other. That might be the problem. I like having this visual diagnostic tool right here. That is pretty badass. It sounded like it was playing, it sounded like it played an octave at the very end. That sounded really fucking weird. My laptop is like screeching. This is all on my laptop. I'm streaming and doing the music. Yeah. Yeah. Well, thanks for stopping by, man. I don't know my uptime. What's my uptime? An hour. Okay. The YouTube data is very sparse, but that's fine. YouTube is not fully currently. About to pass out. Yeah. Why the fuck? I swear I got an octave at the end of this riff. How close were the notes? Super close. Okay, so probably what I need to do is turn up that. There's this knob here. It adds a latency, but if multiple notes are played in that time, they're strummed like correctly. I'm gonna add a little bit of latency. Because this guitar track doesn't shred. The one beneath it kind of shreds, but I still have poly input on. The shredded instruments are very complicated. They are difficult to use. You gotta like really study them. All right, but good night, man. Thanks for stopping by. I'll do more streams like these if they're interesting. And I still gotta figure out the VR shit. My arms. Today was Arms Day. I should have played the sword fighting game. It's that's like my arms and back workout. Fucking stabbing people in the face. Yeah, I hear it at the end. Oh, that's not a proper... Did I move that note? This isn't... I think the octave is there. It's just buried in the mix. I heard that at the end. That wasn't an octave. I'm pretty sure I didn't accidentally move that note. I'll replay this riff. Nah, the octave's there. It's just the voicing is hard to hear. I'm going to turn the poly input back down. How does it sound in the mix? Glad I turned back on the I gotta get up on the mic. I'm considering going to a headset. I don't have to deal with this in my face, so I can kind of move around a little more. Well, I guess I have to if I'm looking to do fucking VR. Polar Designer. This thing is weird. I don't quite understand it, but gives me like it makes like the high mid sound crunchier without being honky. I don't know what all these knobs fucking do. Tyrant Screamer. One of the main reasons to record my actual guitar is using my custom built and then modified Tube Screamer. Yeah, I needed to raise that left guitar volume. There we go. I'm going to try this. I wanted to try the right guitar's stereo. Song. Buries the bass a little bit. What's quad track that? A little bit heavier. Yeah, it's the weirdest fucking voicing, and it doesn't need to be up there. I don't know why it wouldn't need to be open either. I have to manually control the hand position. Back that up. If you give it 5 seconds, I believe it resets the hand position. That sounds so much better. Tighter without the reverb. Too many mono plugins on here. Does sound a lot richer. I really like the hard panning on the yellow version songs, but the thing that sucks about this quad tracking is I've got basically 4 guitars going through 1 amp, which I'm not sure how I feel about that. I can't get 4 different instruments going through 4 different amp sims on a bus, but yeah, it's just so much more CPU. Ugh. And then you run into the problem of having overlapping articulations, even though that's not supposed to be a problem. But one of the issues I've had consistently with the shredded instruments, I'm not sure if I've had that problem with the 8-string. I think I have. I think that's the first one I've quad tracked. you're sending 4 instruments through the same amp sim. I don't think you're supposed to do that. Then you have so many more plugins. Yeah, I don't know how to put the Polar Designer in stereo. It is stereo. But it looks like it's set up properly. I wonder what I fucked up here. I guess I'll pull up Austrian Audio. Polar Designer. See if it has a manual. Austrian Dot Audio. Oh yeah, the OC818. I imagine that is a expensive ass mic. I know mics get up there in price. Refune or diffuse fune. Optimized for the OC818. Works with any dual output source. I don't even know what that means. Ideal for busy sessions. Tune instrument pickup during the mix stage. They have an open source Ambisonic plugin. Creates Ambisonic. It's a wireless controller. Jesus. Alright. It's probably like $1,000 mic or something. At least. I don't know. I didn't see a manual for it. Band control. Yeah, when I turn this, it's in mono, so when I play that, it'll be mono. I've had 4 instruments of this app, of this plugin before on a quad guitar tracks. That was yeah, it is CPU murder. You gotta remember to turn off each and every one while I'm tracking the guitar. I'm just gonna leave it off. Fuck it. Do it live. So alright, so I guess I'll treat this channel like a bus. That sounds pretty cool. I think my high pass filter is really fucking with that low end. I don't want to switch over to the TSEX30. It's a little bit cleaner. Might do that for the other guitar. I like that grittier, heavier sound. Of course, if I really want to change the tone, changing the cabs would have the most impact. I don't really want to do that. This obviously that's stereo, or we'd be in mono. And my high pass at 100 hertz. I think I might add a delay. I think I have a, I think the drum room mic channel does have it. Yeah, I got the Dragonfly reverb on there, which sounds great. It really thickens up the drums. Is it playing power chords? Oh, there's a key switch hit at some point. I'd probably send the snare to a... Say this song. Wrong keyboard. should have my reverb on a separate channel and then just make it ascend. From the beginning. There's a little too much high end on the delay. top end is a little weak on this guitar. Getting tired. Everything's turning to mush. I still haven't done what I intended to do. I guess I wanted to fuck around with the sound a little more. Rhythm guitar. I want to add more palm mutes at the beginning of riffs, but I think I'm calling it a night. I did way more than I intended to do. Should have saved it as a separate version now that I'm not doing the hard panning. But I don't know, this sounds so much thicker and heavier now. What's this? No idea. Minute 49. This will be a little shorter than that. So I'd probably give the song a measure of build up. I'll probably take the snap off when I do the bounce again. I just put the beginning of the loop just to have a place where it can taper off. Yeah, this was a fun experiment. I'm gonna kill the stream. I'm gonna mess with some shit on my live music. I'll do this again soon. I don't know. Still experimenting, going back with YouTube Live, whatever it's called now. Do some gaming streams in the near future. Take care, everybody.